Hey everyone, welcome back. We love to take a deep dive, and this time, we're wading into the world of crypto.
Ah, yes, crypto. Seems like everyone's talking about it these days.
Well, yeah, and I think a lot of people are wondering, okay, is this something I need to pay attention to, or is it just a fad?
Right. It can definitely feel overwhelming. Sometimes it feels like you need a whole new vocabulary just to understand what people are talking about.
Exactly. And that's actually what got me thinking about Tina Jin's book, Crypto 101 for You Millionaires, Keeping It to Wow Your Grandkids. The title alone kind of grabbed my attention.
Yeah, it speaks to something that I think a lot of people are thinking about these days. Like, how do we stay ahead of the curve, financially speaking, especially when the world seems to be changing so fast?
It's like everyone's worried about becoming the next Blockbuster or Kodak. Right? Suddenly the thing you thought was rock solid just disappears.
And that's exactly the point Jin makes in her book. She says that physical money is becoming like dial-up internet. Remember those days?
Ugh, do I ever.
Mhm.
The screeching noises, the waiting forever for a page to load.
And that's how Jin sees it. Physical money is becoming slow, clunky, outdated, just like dial-up.
And she's saying that crypto is like broadband, the future of how we handle money.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And, for someone who's built their success on being forward-thinking and adapting to change, that's a message that really resonates.
Okay, so let's say you're listening to this and you've built a successful career. You're not necessarily a tech whiz, but you're also not someone who wants to be left behind. What's the first thing you need to understand about crypto?
Well, I think the first thing is to realize that crypto isn't just about buying Bitcoin and hoping it goes up in value. It's really about a fundamental shift in how we think about money and finance.
Okay, but that's still pretty abstract. So what does that actually mean for someone who's maybe closer to retirement than they are to starting their first job?
It means understanding that the way we create, invest, and even pass on wealth is changing. And, for someone like you who's always been a savvy investor, that's important.
So it's like you need to add crypto literacy to your list of skills.
Right.
Put up there with managing your portfolio and planning for retirement.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be scary. Jin does a great job of breaking things down in a way that's easy to understand, even if you're not a tech expert.
Okay, but let's be honest. There's also a lot of hype around crypto, a lot of noise. So how do you cut through all of that and figure out what's actually important?
That's where a healthy dose of skepticism comes in. I always tell people, don't just jump on the bandwagon because everyone else is doing it. Do your research, understand the risks, and most importantly, don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Yeah, so it's like any other investment.
Right.
You don't go all in on a stock just because your neighbor told you it was a sure thing.
Right, exactly. You need to have a strategy, a plan, and you need to be comfortable with the level of risk you're taking on.
Now I'm seeing this term auto-dealing pop up everywhere. What is that? Is that like some secret crypto handshake?
Well, it is kind of a crypto inside joke. It stands for hold on for dear life, but there's actually some wisdom behind it.
Okay, so it's not just about being stubborn and refusing to sell.
Right. It's about recognizing that the crypto market is very volatile. And it's easy to get caught up in the emotional roller coaster.
So like when you see the price of Bitcoin dropping 10% in a day
Mm.
and you're tempted to panic sell.
Exactly. HO dealing is about taking a deep breath and remembering your long-term investment goals.
So it's about having the discipline to ride out the dips and not make impulsive decisions.
Exactly. And that's something that any experienced investor can appreciate, whether you're dealing with stocks, bonds, or crypto.
Right. So we've talked about the big picture shift in finance,
Mm.
and we've talked about the importance of HO dealing. But let's get real for a minute. There are a lot of scary stories out there about people losing their shirts in crypto.
How do we avoid becoming one of those cautionary tales?
That's where security comes in. And,
Mm.
it's funny because in the traditional financial world, we take security for granted. We trust our banks to keep our money safe.
We don't think twice about using our debit cards online or logging into our bank accounts from our phones.
Right. But in the crypto world, you're essentially your own bank. You're responsible for safeguarding your assets.
And that's where things can get a little tricky,
Mm.
especially for those of us who aren't necessarily tech wizards.
Well, that's why it's so important to understand the basics. And Jin does a great job of explaining things like private keys, seed phrases, and digital wallets in a way that anyone can understand.
Okay, so we don't need to become cryptography experts overnight.
No, but you do need to understand the basics, and you need to take security seriously.
Mhm.
Because unlike with a traditional bank, there's no safety net if something goes wrong.
So no FDIC insurance for crypto.
Nope, you're on your own. So it's crucial to do your research, choose reputable platforms, and take steps to protect your assets.
All right, so we've got the big picture. we've got HO dealing,
Yeah.
and we've got security. But I think we need to break this down a bit more. What are the concrete steps someone should be taking to get started in crypto?
Let's start with something that everyone can relate to. Choosing a cryptocurrency exchange. Think of it like choosing a bank. You wouldn't pick one at random, would you?
Well, no. You want to find one that's secure, trustworthy, and has a good track record.
Exactly. That's a great way to think about it. So when you're choosing an exchange, you want to look for things like two-factor authentication and cold storage. Those are just fancy ways of saying that they're taking security seriously.
Okay, so it's like checking to make sure they got a good alarm system and a safe before you trust them with your valuables.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Look at their fees, their customer service, and read reviews from other users.
It's like anything else you'd shop for online, right?
Yeah.
You want to do your research and make sure you're getting a good deal.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing that Jen emphasizes in her book is that you don't have to jump in with both feet. You can start small.
Okay, so you're saying don't bet the farm on your first crypto rodeo.
Right. Exactly. Dip your toes in the water, get a feel for how things work before you go all in.
All right, that makes sense. So let's say you've chosen an exchange and you're ready to buy some crypto. But there are so many different types out there. Where do you even begin Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin? I mean,
Right.
it's overwhelming.
Well, that's where understanding your investment goals comes in. What are you hoping to achieve with your crypto investments?
Okay, so it's like any other investment. You need to have a strategy, a plan.
Exactly. And Bitcoin is often seen as a store of value, like digital gold.
Okay, so if you're looking for stability and long-term growth, Bitcoin might be a good option.
Right. And then there's Ethereum, which is more like a platform for building decentralized applications.
Decentralized applications, I'm already lost.
Think of it like the internet, but without any central authority controlling it. So things like social media, financial services, even gaming could all be run on decentralized platforms.
Okay, so Ethereum is more about the potential of the technology itself, rather than just being a digital currency.
Exactly. And then there's a whole universe of other cryptocurrencies out there, each with its own unique features and potential.
So it's like the Wild West of finance, endless possibilities, but also a lot of risks.
And that's why diversification is so important. Just like with traditional investments, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
So don't go all in on Dogecoin just because Elon Musk tweeted about it.
Exactly. Spread your investments across different types of cryptocurrencies. Maybe some Bitcoin for stability, some Ethereum for its growth potential, and then maybe some smaller, more niche cryptocurrencies that align with specific interests or industries you believe in.
So you're saying it's like building a balanced portfolio,
Right.
but in the crypto world.
Right. Exactly. And you know, this is where your experience as a savvy investor really comes into play. You've got a knack for spotting opportunities and managing risk. Those same skills apply in the crypto world.
Okay, so it's not just about blindly following the hype. It's about using your knowledge and experience to make informed decisions.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to seek out advice from experts. There are plenty of resources available to help you navigate the crypto landscape.
You know, I was reading about this thing called DeFi, decentralized finance. It sounds like something straight out of Star Trek.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's actually one of the most exciting developments in the crypto space.
Okay, so tell me more. What is DeFi and why should I care?
Imagine a financial system without banks or intermediaries, where you have complete control over your assets and can access a wide range of financial services directly through blockchain technology.
Okay, so no more waiting in line at the bank or dealing with their fees.
Right, exactly. You could lend or borrow money, earn interest, trade assets, all without going through a traditional financial institution.
It sounds almost too good to be true. So what's the catch?
Well, the biggest risk is that DeFi is still largely unregulated, and there's potential for scams and hacks.
So it's like the Wild West of finance, but even wilder.
In some ways, yes. It's crucial to do your due diligence, research the protocols you're interacting with, and understand the risks involved.
So it's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. It requires active participation and a willingness to stay informed. It's more akin to venture capital investing than traditional finance.
Okay, so if you're looking for a safe and predictable investment, DeFi is probably not the right place to start.
But for those who are willing to take on the risks, the potential rewards can be substantial.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from choosing an exchange to diversifying your portfolio and even dipping our toes into the DeFi waters. But now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how to turn this digital wealth into a lasting legacy for your family. Because let's be honest, you've worked hard to build what you have. and you want to make sure it's passed on wisely and responsibly.
That's a great point. And it's something that a lot of people don't think about until it's too late.
It's like you spend your whole life building this financial fortress, and then you realize you forgot to leave instructions on how to get in.
Exactly. And that's where things can get really complicated, especially with crypto.
Because it's not like you can just add your Bitcoin to your will.
Yeah. Right. Traditional estate planning methods were designed for physical assets, like houses and stocks. But cryptocurrency throws a whole new wrench into the works.
So what do? How do we make sure our crypto wealth actually ends up benefiting our loved ones instead of becoming a digital headache?
Well, the first step is to acknowledge that crypto is part of your estate, just like any other asset. Don't treat it like some secret stash hidden away in a digital vault.
So no more cryptic clues or riddles for the grandkids to decipher.
Right. Transparency is key.
Yep.
And it's not just about disclosing what you have, it's also about educating your heirs about the basics of cryptocurrency.
So it's like giving them a crash course in Crypto 101.
Exactly how it works, how to manage it, and how to keep it safe. Think of it as an investment in their financial literacy, a gift that will keep on giving.
I love that framing. It's not just about inheritance. It's about empowerment. It's about equipping the next generation with the knowledge and tools to navigate this new financial landscape.
Exactly. And it can be a fantastic way to connect with your loved ones. Imagine sitting down with your kids or grandkids and having conversations about the future of finance. It's an opportunity to share your vision, your values, and your hopes for what they can achieve.
And who knows? Maybe you'll even inspire them to become the next crypto millionaires.
Maybe so. But even if they don't go that route, the knowledge and understanding they gain will be invaluable.
It's about building a legacy that's not just about the dollar signs, but about knowledge.
Yeah.
And, making sure that your family is taken care of.
Yeah, it's about giving them the tools to succeed in a world that's going to be very different from the one we grew up in.
And a big part of that is making sure that they actually inherit your crypto wealth.
Yeah.
And not just, a bunch of confusing passwords and digital keys.
Right, exactly. And that's where traditional estate planning methods can fall short.
Because you can't exactly put your Bitcoin in a safety deposit box.
Exactly. You need to think differently about how you manage and protect your digital assets.
Okay, so what's the solution? How do we make sure our crypto doesn't just disappear into the digital ether when we're gone?
Well, the first step is to be open and honest with your family about your crypto holdings.
Okay, so no more hiding your Bitcoin under the mattress.
Right. Let your family know what you have, where it's stored, and how to access it.
And how do we explain all of this to our loved ones, especially if they're not tech savvy?
It's about education.
Yeah.
Take the time to explain the basics of crypto, how it works, how to manage it, and how to keep it safe. Think of it as an investment in their financial future.
So it's like giving them a crash course in Crypto 101.
Exactly. And, it can actually be a really great way to connect with your family. Talk about your vision for the future and how you see crypto playing a role in that.
And who knows? Maybe you'll even spark their interest in becoming the next generation of crypto investors.
Maybe so. But even if they don't go that route, the knowledge they gain will be invaluable.
Okay. So we've talked about education, but what about the legal side of things? How do we actually incorporate crypto into our estate plans?
That's where it's crucial to seek legal counsel from an estate planning attorney who understands the complexities of digital assets.
Okay, so we need someone who speaks both legalese and crypto.
Exactly. Because traditional wills and trusts might not be sufficient to cover your crypto holdings.
So we need to make sure our legal documents are up to date and specifically address our digital assets.
Right. And you might also want to consider appointing a digital executor, someone who's tech savvy and can help your heirs navigate the technical aspects of inheriting your crypto.
So like a tech support person for your legacy.
Exactly. Someone who can make sure everything goes smoothly and your wishes are carried out.
Okay, so we've got communication, education, legal documentation, and a tech-savvy executor. It seems like there's a lot to think about when it comes to passing on a crypto legacy.
It definitely requires some planning and effort, but with the right guidance and resources, it's absolutely doable.
And thinking about all of this, it really drives home the point that crypto is more than just an investment. It's a whole new way of thinking about money and wealth.
And it's something that's going to have a profound impact on our lives and the lives of generations to come.
Well said. And I think that's a perfect note to wrap up on. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the basics of crypto to the complexities of estate planning and legacy.
And hopefully you're leaving here feeling a little bit more informed and maybe even a little bit excited about the possibilities that crypto holds.
I know I am. And if you're looking for a way to impress your grandkids, this might just be the ticket.
Just make sure you teach them about HO dealing before you let them invest.
Good advice. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of crypto.